Hello there. In the first video I have explained how to create a session on Covenant Match and how to join a session of Covenant Match. In this part 2 video I want to show you some of the advanced features of Covenant Match. But before, let's do a little bit of cleanup. I just want to explain why I have built the Covenant Match. Covenant Match was built because I think many of people will have an issue with finding a good team to play Nightreign with. And as you saw from all the streams, reviews or whatnot, it is a very different experience when you don't have a good team. If you are playing with your friends, if you are playing with a good team, this game is awesome. We will all have a lot of good time with it. But if you don't have a good team, the experience is totally different, and it's really sometimes not pleasant. And that is what I have experienced during the network test. That's why I have built the Covenant Match. The issues rise because the game is not cross-platform, and we have various types of players, veteran, casual, and beginner. For beginners, it will be tough to play with veterans to follow up. For veterans, it will be boring to just not do the most punishing runs. That is why Covenant Match exists. And now I will just show that advanced features that I was mentioning before. Let me just quickly create a new session on Covenant Match. If you want to know more about how to create a new session, I have that in video part 1. But now let's just concentrate on the new stuff. So yeah, I can create a session, I can call my session test, I can place an in-game password, and then for this session I will select Wilder, and we are hunting Sentient Pest. Let's do that one. And I am now in the session lobby. Now let me just turn to another screen. This is how I test Covenant Match. I have a bunch of browser tabs open, and then I log in with the different accounts. Let me just refresh the page. I can see the test session here. Let me just join, and I will join as a Duchess. And I can see that the screen in the lobby is updated. And then let's do the third one. I will join with Rider, for example. And I can see the status for all of the players. We are all ready. The host can ask the players start, and the players can respond with whatever, and the host can start the session here. And now we are playing hopefully the session on the console or PC, and that will happen if we have the same in-game password that we have set up. And now I will just finish this session beforehand to explain results. Now, you don't have to report the result, but if you report the result, it will be very beneficial, because each player or each player on the platform will get its own stats, and you will have something like this. You will have how many games you played, how many wins, how many losses, and the win rate. So players can see each other and check the stats. And that is the first, let's say, beneficial thing. The second is, let me just report this as a win. And you will see that this player has reported the win. Another players can do the same thing, and then the status is updated instantly. And now let's concentrate on that second thing, why it is beneficial to just report the result. You can just go to the dashboard, and you will see the total games played. You will see wins, losses, and disconnects as well. And you will get this graphic that will show for each Nightfarer you will see, okay, for example, for Guardian, I have 2 games and win rate is 100%. For Wilder, I have 5 games. This is very good player. Win rate is 100%. And let me just check another rider, for example. Okay, and this is a good example. We have 3 games played and the win rate is 66%. And you will get this if you are reporting the results. This statistic will be improved and the colors will be much different depending on the Nightfarer and the frequency of use. And we have the same thing with Nightlord stats. You can basically choose your Nightlord and you can see, for example, Gaping Jaw, we have 5 games and it is my 80% win rate that I have against this boss. And let's check another one, Fissure of the Fog. Okay, I have 1 game and win rate is 100%. And also in this dashboard you will see all the previous sessions that you played, and you can go to the details and you can see who reported what in that session. And how we are calculating this part is simple. If 2 players reported a win, we'll calculate it as a win for all 3 players. It's a consensus thing. Yeah, so for example, if 1 player reported win, another loss, and third disconnect, we are not counting that as a successful session in the dashboard or in the leaderboard. And that is the second thing. While it is beneficial to report the result, we have this simple leaderboard here, and we have a score how we calculate leaderboard. It is basically wins divided by total games with activity bonus. Activity bonus is just here to just fix the issue when player plays 1 game and he has a 100% score, and let's say player that played 10 games and lost only 1, he has a worse score. So activity bonus is a reward for players that are putting themselves in risk with playing more sessions, right? And then we have also concept of covenant. Covenant is like a guild. I have future plans for the covenants. The covenants, you can be a part of covenant when you create an account. You are selecting a covenant, and then in the future we can just do tournaments or we can do covenant against covenant games, and it can be fun, right? To be part of something, and yeah, that is about score reporting. Now let's go to the sessions again. I will create a new session just to explain a third feature, and that is if I just navigate way out of my lobby, how can I go back? So let me create a new one, test number 2. This is test number 2. I will just go with the Guardian. I will just go with Augur, create session, and session is created. And okay, I can go back to the sessions. That session is finished. I can just join with the new one as an executor, and I can just go back to the sessions. I can join with Iron Eye. Now, yeah, one of the features is, for example, maybe one of the players is not responding, or you don't have a communication, or yeah, and that can be an issue because that player perhaps will not put an in-game password and he is just taking the place in this session. Host can notify if the player is not there, for example, the host can kick that player from the session. And also the players, that player is kicked from the session. As you can see, the screen is updated. And for some reason also players can leave the session if the communication is not okay, or they feel like something something is off. They can just say, okay, I don't like that we are just playing a guardian only run. I just want a variety in the team, so that player can leave the team as well. So that is the second feature. You have a little bit of control over the session. Yeah. And also the host can just cancel the session for everyone if he wants, or he can just keep the session and wait for another players. So that is the second thing I wanted to show. And let's now join with two players. Let's say, for example, that they actually want to play a game, and let's do an iron eye again. Okay, everything is okay. They have joined the session again, and let's start the session here. And as I mentioned before, you are in this lobby, and now you, for example, want to just go to the dashboard and check the leaderboard. And now you are lost. So where is my session? You can go back to your session in two ways. You can just go and try to create a new session. You won't be able to create a new session because each player can be part of one session. He can create one session, or he can join one session. And then you cannot create a new session, obviously, here. And then you can go to your active session. Boom, you are here again. And then, for example, let me navigate again to how to use. I want to check video on how to use or whatnot. I am away from my session. There is a dedicated your session tab where you can always check your current session. You can see that the session is in progress, and you can see your previous session. And there is general information of what players are playing, and when the session started, and who is the Night Lord. And I can just jump back in to this session. And that is the second thing that I wanted to show. If you navigate away, you will always be able to just continue right where you have stopped. Yeah. And now the third part I want to just show is how to create a session with a new team. Because I can imagine that when you find a good team, you want to add them to the friend list, you want to play with them again and again. And especially when you have some close session or unsuccessful session, or you have a perfect session and you wanted to do that one again. When the host finishes the session, he can just report the result. This is a win, for example. And if other two players report the result, that means, okay, we are playing, we are vibing. And then on the host screen, the button create a new session with the same team will be active, and the host can create a new session with the same team. But we obviously want to change the target. Let's say that we want to do Fissure in the Fog, and I want to change to Rider for this new session. And the new session is created. And on the screen of another player's you will get a notification. Host created the new session. Do you want to join? And let's say, for example, I want to join this. I want to join with Revenant. The third player wants to join as well with an Iron Eye. And then the whole team again is here. We are hunting a new Night Lord, and we have the same in-game password, and we can just continue the game. So let me do a quick recap. In this video, I just wanted to show that if you find a good team, you can play with them multiple times. It's very easy to create a new session with the same team. If everybody reports the result, then we consider it as a success. You are vibing, everybody is working together, and the people can create a new session with the same team and just continue to push another session. And the second thing I wanted to show is okay, if you navigate a wave to dashboard, for example, you can always go back to your sessions and continue your session here. The status will be preserved. And the first thing I wanted to show at the beginning of this video is that perhaps you can kick player out of the session, or the players can easily leave the session if they want. So that is it. I hope this was helpful, and in the third video I will try to cover what else do we have on the Covenant Match platform. Thank you for watching.